Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. 'Tis I, the jabbering magpie, bringing you more Shadowrun Dragonfall. If you don't remember what happened last time, it's alright, cause neither do I at the minute. It's been quite a while since I recorded, but I do recall we're supposed to be getting stuff for Escabel. Ooh, 60 new yen. Our standard unit of currency. So, yes, we met this madman who has been trapped in this clinic for an awful lot of time. Philip Rex.
You're back again? Keycard E, do you have it?
Afraid not.
What do you want then?
I want to know about the prototype Bioware. He shrugs.
It's Bioware, pretty standard stuff. Pain editors, trauma dampeners, ortho skins, things like that.
And all of it was reverse engineered from existing Bioware products, right? I've read up on Stutterlin's process.
Yes, that's right. Knockoffs.
He nods slowly.
Dangerous work, illegal in most places, but not here in Berlin. Our investor needed it that way.
I guess that's why Escabel didn't hire a company in Spain. He nods eagerly.
Yeah, too risky. Here in Berlin, no problems with the law. Because there is no law, just have to be careful. All for naught now, though. Our copies were good, just like the real thing, but who cares? It's all just meat in the end.
If you won't miss that meat, I'll take it off your hands.
Go right ahead. Fill your pockets. Take whatever you like. I, on the other hand, will avail myself of the snack bar.
Tell me about the peasantry.
I love them. They're like family to me. When I'm hungry, they're the ones who harvest meat for me to cook from the cultured organ lab. When I'm in need of company, they keep me warm.
Sounds cozy.
It is. You killed 3 of them, but I can activate more.
He rubs his chin, grinning.
They will return to me, and I will show the love that only true ruler can. I will bathe them in it. My affection and they.
Hang on, just how many more peasants do you have in this building?
Oh, hundreds.
He beams at you.
The security system in here is state-of-the-art, user-friendly too. Didn't take long to figure out how to make some peasants wake up, and others to go to sleep. I allow the majority of my peasantry to rest peacefully, basking in the benevolence of my rule. I could wake them at any time, but why? I say, let them rest.
Yeah, that's probably for best. Can we talk about something else?
Of course, what do you need?
I want to know more about the underworld.
He nods slowly. The nether realm that lies beneath the hallowed halls of Stutterlin Bioscience, a nightmarish labyrinth of dripping pipes and filthy brickwork. Billy rules supreme down there. To set foot into the underworld means certain death.
Just to get it straight, we're talking about a sewer, right? The underworld is just the sewer.
Yes. It is a sewer, but it is also a nightmarish labyrinth of...
Yeah. Gotcha. Let's talk about something else. What caused the lockdown?
A calamitous series of events. It began with a spilled cup of soy calf, and ended in terror and blood.
He falls silent. There is a long and awkward pause. And...
You want more?
Yes, that wasn't an explanation.
Then you shall have one. Where to begin? On the morning of the lockdown, all was well. Giesler, an executive, was making his rounds, walking from console to console to check up on us. He held a bubbling cup of soy calf in his stubby little hands. We all knew that food and drink were forbidden outside of the employee lounge, but Giesler was a proud man and he would not obey the rules. His pride was our undoing. He tripped and fell, and his soy calf spilled into the console in the animal testing wing. There was a terrible snap of shorting circuits, coupled with a stench of ozone. All over the building, emergency lights flashed and alarms blared. The building went into quarantine mode.
He raises his voice and gestures theatrically.
Doors locked and shutters slammed closed. We were all trapped like rats inside, but we were not afraid. We were sure that the malfunction would be fixed within an hour. We did not know what was coming for us. Unbeknownst to any of us, Giesler's devil beverage had done more than initiate a false quarantine. It had also shorted the locks in Billy's cage. The albino basilisk slipped its bonds, and in that moment its reign of terror began.
His voice climbs to a roar.
Within a half hour of the spill, Billy had slaughtered everyone who could have disengaged the lockdown. Executives were torn limb from limb, their business attire was shredded, their expenditure reports bathed in blood, and the rest of us were trapped inside with a savage beast.
He falls silent, blinking as you watch. His expression clouds. When he speaks again, his voice is small.
In the end, only Heiner and I remained. We managed to trap Billy in the underworld, but there was no hope of escape for us.
It's been 2 years. Someone must have come knocking before now.
No, as far as the outside world was concerned, we were still under quarantine protocols. Nobody knew why. Nobody cared. The building had presumably been sealed for a reason, and the world at large wasn't in a hurry to crack it open. Heiner and I found ourselves completely isolated from the outside world, with a terrible creature running loose in the basement. Our choices were to give up and die, or to make the best of it.
The manic cheer that you come to expect floods back into the lab tech. He spreads his arms wide, a knowing smile on his face.
As you can plainly see, we chose the latter. We persevered and eventually transformed this husk of a building into a glorious kingdom that you find yourself standing in today. It was all for the best in the end. I tamed this land and I've grown to love it. I will never live anywhere else.
Maybe you could use your peasants to kill Billy for you? He recoils in horror.
My peasants? Sent against that monster? Never. No, stranger. I tell you it would be a massacre. I would have their blood on my hands. I cannot, and I will not do it. End of discussion.
Alright, tatty bye for now, you mental bastard. Oh, he is going to shit his pants when he realises that the front door's open. Please don't attack me, Mr. Peasant Drone. Okay, so this entire fiasco was caused by a cup of shitty coffee. Surveillance terminal. Search for video archive. Paging through the computer's file system, you find a number of archived video feeds from a building's surveillance system. In addition, episodes 1 through 6 of an old Slovakian period fantasy called Night Kings of Lightninghold have been saved to a machine's desktop.
I remember that show. It was horrible. I mean, really, really bad. Made Neil the Orc Barbarian look high art. Me and my buddies in the Schwarzer Herzen used to get high and laugh at it. It only ran for 7 episodes before it got pulled.
According to the computer file system, each of the 6 episodes has been viewed over 400 times in the past 2 years. The last marathon viewing was this morning. Okay, we know where he's got the kingdom idea from. Let's watch the date archive from 18 months ago. Ooh, this is cool. As the video feed kicks in, Philip is engaged in an animated discussion with somebody who's standing just outside of camera range. You can see his shoes in the shadows and nothing more. The voice sounds human. You guess that the off-camera speaker is a man in his early 20s. Look, we've survived this long. If we play our cards right, we can do a proper bit of rationing. I reckon that we can live off the exclusive snack bar for a long time to come. We'll have plenty of fat and sugar, those things won't be a problem. We've got mixed nuts for protein, and we can have vitamins and minerals from diet bars. There aren't many of those, but like I said, we'll ration. I'll be willing to bet that we can hold out for 2 to 3 months on what's stashed away in the snack bar. We're sure to be rescued before that runs dry.
You're fooling yourself, man.
Ignoring an unpleasant truth rather than facing it. We have to accept the fact that we could be stuck in here for the long haul. The snacks are great and all, but they can't be our staple foodstuff. We need to stretch them out as far as humanly possible. That means supplanting them with something more substantial. You don't mean...
Look, just think of it like farming, right? If we look after our crops, we'll always have food to eat. We have enough supplies on hand to keep the tissue cultures in Org Chemwing growing indefinitely. What I'm talking about is growing meat for our own survival. That's all it is.
Meta-human meat, Phil. Synthetic hearts and livers. The kidneys grown to be implanted into people like you and me. You're talking about eating people parts. It's fucking disgusting and I won't do it.
Unless you fancy dying of malnutrition, you're gonna have to. You know that as well as I do. Organ meats are rich in vitamins and minerals, chloride, CoQ10, vitamin D, bioavailable iron, all things that we're going to need if we're going to survive for a long term. You won't find much vitamin D in licorice sticks and choco nubs.
You're talking like they're never going to rescue us.
We're in Berlin, Heine. What day do you think is coming? We may need to prepare to survive here for a long time, maybe years, and that means making the most of the resources at our disposal.
You're talking about resorting to cannibalism, man.
No, I'm talking about eating meat.
Okay, that also might explain why he's gone crazy cakes, because you can get encephalitis from eating human flesh. I think it's called Kuru disease. They discovered it in Papua New Guinea ages ago. Archive dated 14 months. The image flickers onto frame. Philip's leaning against the wall, listlessly chewing on an unidentified viable hunk of cooked meat. He looks miserable. A drone comes to inspect him and he pushes it away. Heine's voice crackles in over the intercom. Philip doesn't look up. I'm going now, Phil. No more arguments, okay? There is a long pause. In lieu of responding, Philip takes another bite of meat and gnashes at it with his teeth. I'll kill that fucking thing, you see. The goddamn basilisk is going down. Once we can get out into sewers again, we might be able to find a way out. This is our chance, Philip. Wish me luck. And that's the end of Heine. 11 months ago. Video feed flickers onto screen. In it you find Philip standing in the corner of the room that you're in now. He looks haggard and exhausted and he carries a haunted look in his eyes. Heine is notably absent. Cheap synthesized music pipes in from somewhere off screen. Philip turns to stare into the direction that the music is coming from. A smooth baritone voice sings out a phrase in Slovak. A half second a different voice shouts a translation in German. Knights, kings of Lightninghold.
Oh man, that's it. That was the show. I forgot how bad the dub job was.
Philip stares glassy-eyed as the show begins. The synthesized music blares. A deep trollish voice rumbles out of the media centre speakers.
I, Titonius Rex, will defend my realm. I do so swear it before my magical sword. Agorona. This I do swear.
An alarmingly breathy elvish voice sings out in response.
But Titonius, the Dragonfall hordes will smite you if you stay. The people in the valley are only peasants. You needn't throw your life away from them. Flee with me into the enchanted woods of Charlie Sheen.
The enchanted woods of Charlie Sheen? God damn it, I bet they're a good night out for a weekend.
Please make this stop. My life is sworn to protect those peasants, she-elf. Run back to your enchanted trees if you will, but a Night King will never flee.
But Titonius, you cannot die. I love you.
Then go to your father and beseech him to rally his elf troops southward. For if Titonius Rex falls, Lightninghold will fall, and Lightninghold will not fall.
The troll drones on, audibly struggling to emote and occasionally tripping over his lines. Overall, the acting quality is roughly on par with what you'd expect from a primary school Christmas pageant. Philip stares at the screen, listlessly chewing his meat. His nose is wrinkled in distaste and his fists clench and unclench. Mercifully, the video feed cuts to static. Wow, I would so watch that if it was real. Somebody make that, please. The screen flickers and a video feed of Philip pops onto the screen. He's standing in the corner watching an episode of Night Kings of Lightninghold. His jaw hangs slack and he stares at the screen in rapt attention.
But father, Titonius Rex is risking his life, nay his very soul, to defend Lightninghold from the Julbafans. His enchanted sword Agronar feeds upon his honour and bravery, and it seeks to transform him from a noble king knight into an evil demon lord.
Philip's lips move silently, mouthing the words as they are spoken. Evidently, he has committed the entire script to memory.
My darling daughter, this is why I cannot send my troops. Your beloved Titonius Rex walks a knife edge between light and darkness every time he draws that devil blade from its scabbard. It is long past time that you learn the truth about me, Brenna. Faye. I was the one who tried the demon Lord Cannibrock within the blade.
The breathy actress lets out a sharp gasp. Phil mimes emotion and a tear begins to trace its way down his cheek.
But father, you can't mean...
Yes, my daughter. I was the one they called Thunderspear. The sworn enemy of Titonius Rex's people, the Hong's barbarian tribe.
Then all of you, this is your fault. The Jubafons, the flesh of my beloved soul, all of it.
It was the only way to save Tralasheen, my darling daughter. Tralasheen and your mother, whom I hid away when you were but a girl. She's still alive, Brennifer.
A security drone floats by to inspect Philip idly. Idly, he reaches out and begins to stroke its casing, petting it as if it were a house cat. Alright, let's watch today. The screen flickers and Philip appears on the screen. He appears to be dancing with one of the security drones. The little machine weaves and bods frantically to avoid colliding with him, and every motion of the lab tech slides in to fill the empty space. Around and around they go, twirling and writhing across the laboratory floor. There is an enormous smile on Philip's face. Then the lights go dim and an alarm begins to sound. Danger! Danger! Intruder detected. Security protocols engaged.
I admire your bravery, noble vassal.
Philip rests his head on top of the little drone.
This is my fight. I, Philip Rex, will defend this land with my life, indeed with my very soul.
Sir, please clear the area. Hostiles inbound.
No, noble spirit, it is you who must.
I repeat, clear the area. Hostiles inbound. He nods slowly, his face brimming with pride.
Maybe you're right. I am already a Night King. Perhaps this is your time to shine. I will not rob you of this moment of glory. I will allow you your moment in the sun, and when you return victorious, I will grant lands and titles to reward your heroism.
Please clear the area. Oh, and that's when we walk in. Okay, yeah, poor Philip has suffered greatly. He has been trapped eating only humans, so he's probably got encephalitis. You're really into that Night Kings of Lightninghold show, aren't you?
It is my entire life, my reason for being.
Wow, must be rough being that big a fan and not having seen the ending. He reels as though he's been struck.
You're saying there's more?
Yeah, the last episode before it got cancelled, you know, the hastily written final chapter where you find out what happens with the Jubafon invasion.
I had always thought they would have left the ending to imagination like a beautiful dream. But now the dream is over, I will never know peace until I have seen the conclusion for myself. You must help me. You must find me a way of showing me the final episode. I need it.
I'm willing to bet I could do that, Chief. This guy might not know how to disengage the quarantine, but I'll bet I can. Once we establish the building's matrix connection, it'd be no big deal for me to download the last episode for him to watch. If nothing else, it'll keep him occupied for a while. Go ahead.
Sure thing, Chief. Terminals in the building are all networked together, so I should be able to drop the quarantine from any computer in the place.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Tears stream down his cheeks. This is the happiest day of my life. Okay, now we can just disengage the quarantine. Security terminal should work. Go on, Blitz, do your stuff.
Alright, Chief, watch me work.
Blitz plugs his cyberdeck into terminal and punches the escape key with a flourish. A second letter hits the Y key. The building's lights flicker. That can't have been it. You still have to do something else? Jack into the Matrix or something?
Nope, that's it. Quarantine disengaged. And now to get through the last episode of the bullshit tried show.
His fingers dance over Deck's keypad. A few minutes later he glances up with a smile.
Done and done. The horrible conclusion to a terrible show is waiting for Phil in his media center. You want to know how it ends?
Not particularly.
Too bad, because I'm telling you anyway. Titonius Rex and his elf sweetie's dad make it up. A bunch of elves fight Jubafons and get their asses kicked, and the whole Karabok for Demons subplot is dropped because the show's effects budget got cut. In the end, Titonius saves Lightninghold by rallying a peasant revolt. It comes out of nowhere, barely making sense, and the whole damn thing ends in a vomit-inducing love scene. It's a goddamn train wreck.
Hey, whatever, as long as it keeps Phil happy. Phil? No, I've not got your bloody card. Quarantine's off and you can watch your damn show.
Yes, peace will be known and brought to the land.
Oh, maybe I can convince him to stage a peasants' revolt against the fucking basilisk. Phillips grins at you, tears spilling from the corner of his eyes.
I owe so much to you, noble stranger. Thanks to you, I know how the story ends. It was more beautiful than I could have possibly hoped. I, Philip Rex, proclaim it to be so. My only remaining desire is to return to the land plenty of as the executive wing. You have undertaken the task of getting me there, and I will forever be grateful.
Yeah, see you, Phil. Evidently he won't stage a peasants' revolt for me. Never mind, it was nice to dream. Let's get through this door. Okay, that must be the sewers. We visited everywhere else, I think. Observation terminal. Yeah, we've seen that. Okay, let's go beat up Billy. Everyone get your best fighting faces on. This is going to be messy. Billy the Basilisk, where are you? Clearance B panel. Swipe with the clearance B keycard. Oh god, it's full of hellhounds. I thought Billy was a basilisk. Okay, coward's tactic. We run round the corner. Mr. Tumnus. Shooting time. And Iger, I guess, just... Or everyone can miss profusely. Good work, chaps. Good work. You're all shit. Oh my god. Just shoot the hellhound. Thanking you. Blitz, get Max in as well. We just want as much fire as we can get over this at this stupid beast. Boom, minus another. Uh-oh, that don't look good. We've got one coming in the other end. Alright, Tumnus. Move up. I'll try and take this one down. Blitz, you offer me cover. Alright, onto him. Fire. Why is everyone's accuracy so bloody low? He set me on fire. Thank you, Iger. Don't know if you know, but being set on fire really hurts. Okay, move in. And just see if you can tase him. Bingo! Blocked, -4 AP. That's right, that's good, we'll take that. I'll run down here whilst I'm just burning to death. Okay. One dead hellhound. Which I'm sure it said it was an albino basilisk. Never mind. I'm not one for arguing. Especially when that turned out to be easier than first anticipated. Anything cool down here? $44 new yen. Truly riches beyond our greatest imaginations. Wait, how do we get in there? That's a cool looking box in that other room. Where does this lead up to? It leads over here. Alright, let's find Phil. Phil, get off your stupid TV program. Here's the card.
Alas, my ticket back to the hallowed halls of the executive's wing with its expansive supply of non-perishable treats. Hurry, noble stranger, use it to unlock the door and make all our dreams come true.
Sure thing, Phil. Sure thing. And so... boop. Swipe the card.
The gates, they have finally opened.
Okay, Phil, you just eat away. B clearance. Now we can get to that crate down there. Which, what does it contain? Swipe the card. It has in it auto injector, or at least a schematic for an auto injector. Send the item to the stash. If that was the only combat of the mission, it's been pretty okay so far.
You have given me everything my whole heart desires. The hidden knowledge of Titonius Rex's victory is mine, and I will be a better ruler for it. I also have sugary snacks.
Flip stares into your eyes, his entire body trembling.
I have it all, and thanks to you, noble elfling. All thanks to you.
No problem, Phil. A few more questions. Just... actually, never mind. See you around. Is there any way I can tell you to get out of here? Never mind. We'll just wait for some relevant authorities to try and help you, I guess. Is there nothing in here? Nope. Guess not. Yay, experimental Bioware samples done. And off we go back home. See you, Phil. Have a good one. Now let me guess, the place is surrounded. Oh god. As you emerge, blinking into the light of day, you find yourself standing face to face with a veritable wall of security personnel. How did I guess this was going to happen? A man in an expensive suit raises a megaphone to shout at you. You, stay right where you are. The megaphone really isn't necessary, man. I'm standing right here. You will place the stolen Bioware samples that you're carrying on the ground and then lie on your belly with your hands on your head. Do it now or I will tell my men to open fire. I didn't steal anything. The owner of this material commissioned me to retrieve it for him.
Escabel, you mean? Yes, we all know about him. He has quite a reputation back in Spain. We're with Chouaze, street scum, and this material infringes on 15 of our company's patents. The organs that you are carrying are based on our intellectual property.
This is unbelievable. This place is locked down for 2 years and you choose today to come visit?
You think that this is a coincidence? We came when the quarantine was broken. We had eyes on this place since the lockdown went into effect. You called us here when you opened the door.
Why the wait? You could have broken in months ago.
The building was a quarantine, idiot. It's cheap to set up a camera than it is to mount a hazmat cleanup effort. As long as that counterfeit merchandise was contained, we didn't care if it was in here, but it will not hit the streets. Now shut your mouth and hit the floor or I'll order my men to open fire.
Don't make me kill you, man.
Idiot Shadowrunner, you people don't know when to keep your mouths shut. Men, open fire.
Oh god. Oh, Philip! Yay! A shrill voice crackles over the building's intercom system. It reverberates through the empty streets.
You will not threaten this man, Jubathon dog.
That was my exact response when I first met him as well.
The fuck? Too long have my people lived in fear of your aggression. I, Philip Rex, will protect this land from your mongrel deprivations.
The corporate spokesman turns to address the security officers behind him.
You two, enter the building and find out who's on the intercom and silence him.
Yes, sir.
And as for you...
The lab tech's voice rings down from the speakers underneath it. You can hear the distinctive sounds of fingers hammering on keyboard.
Peasants, arise and defend your home. You need only believe in yourself. The power is yours.
Okay, so here we go, an army of little peasant bots. Yay, peasant bots. Oh god, it's playing that stupid music. Oh, I love it. It's great. Oh, why is it always me? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe this is a good place to leave it. I am almost dead on the first round. I do hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. It helps me out immensely. But for now, I wish you a very tatty bye.